Hi, it's Jessica Lohman from Ethical Brand Marketing, and I thought I'd come on today and talk about ads, advertising, because two people this week asked me about placing Facebook ads or Google Adwords, and this is a very interesting topic. I mean, Facebook has been on the minds of everybody this week, right? Craziness. Um, and I just want to share my thoughts because I think what I see is a lot of people getting frustrated, especially with Facebook ads. They boost a post, or they place a normal ad, they do their targeting, they do their budget, and they even have their Facebook pixel all set up, and boom, they don't get any reactions, or they just don't get any engagement, or nobody on their mailing list, or they're not selling or whatever. So my main thing, and I'll say it right up front, is to please do not waste your money on any advertising until you have your marketing strategy set, until your strategy is working for you, and until you have an audience. Okay. Let me just tell you why. Because we all know that Facebook and Google have their algorithms, right? And yeah, it's a love-hate relationship, right? For business owners, it's very tough, especially now. I'll tell you one thing: ethical brand marketing started on Facebook. I just founded it this year. So it started on Facebook right after their last update. And, that's like the worst time to come on, right? And it's not going to get any better. So I knew that, I realized that, and that's fine. It's their right to do that because they do want to have quality content that people want to read. But it doesn't help us because the people that actually like my page are not seeing it. So, so I have to do other things, right? But placing ads is not, it's going to be part of my strategy, and it is part of my strategy, but I'm going to wait a while. Okay. And I would suggest you to, because you have to build an audience first. Facebook and Google do not tell us everything about their algorithms. They don't tell us their whole secrets. So they're also not telling us how to place an ad that's going to definitely be a winner. Okay, we have to figure this out ourselves. We have to tweak, we have to experiment with, which I think is okay. You can place an ad and change the text, and then see how that works. Change something in the image and then see how that works. Change it to a video, see how that works. Okay, or change your targeting, see how that works. So in marketing, you're always experimenting, you're always testing until you find the sweet spot, right? Until you find exactly what's working. But until then, you don't really know. Your audience is still small. If you're just starting out, or if you have a small audience, if you do retargeting or lookalikes, Facebook doesn't have enough people to look for because your audience is so small. So you have to build up your audience first. And the only way to do that is to think strategically and build up your tribe first, and then place your ads. And, I'm also not a Facebook or Google ad expert, and I don't want to be, because they change things too often, and there is a science behind it, right? So, I am all for hiring an expert to do that. Now, I want to write my own copy, I want to do my own videos or whatever, that's fine. But what I will do is I will hire somebody and say, okay, you do this for me, you do the tech stuff for me. Because one thing that happened, I'll tell you this, a couple of weeks ago, I actually got a credit for a Facebook ad. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use it. And but what happened was that I I think it was like a lead conversion ad. I set it up as a lead conversion ad, and then I realized, oh, this isn't what I want to do, because they now have the email opt-in form directly in the ad. And I didn't want that, because that to me is saying that they want the email addresses from that. And so I was like, nope, okay. So I changed the type of ad. And what I didn't realize was that they changed the budget for me. They defaulted back to like $20 a day. And I had it at like 3, so that I wouldn't go over the credit that they gave me. And yeah, I ended up spending like $100, because that was the first time that I said, okay, I'm going to place this ad and not look at it for a week, right? Because it's kind of like the stock market, right? Don't look at it, because you can't keep on changing things while the ad is running. That's another tip, because it takes time for their algorithm to work. So you kind of got to let it run. And then change it, like maybe after a week or after 2 weeks, let it run. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to look at it. But what happened was that I spent all this money. I'm like, I didn't want to do this. I just wanted to really, use my credit. And in the past, when it was working for me, because now I have this new business. So, but in the past, when I was, branding my name and I was using ads, that worked better, because I had an audience, and I actually spoke to somebody in the Facebook ad department, and they helped me out making lookalike audiences, and I thought that was great. But it wasn't, she only gave so much information. So, okay, fine. But we are paying customers, but they don't tell us everything, right? So, so the experts really definitely look into them. Once you're ready, once you have your strategy and you have an audience, and, your marketing strategy is starting to work for you, then look into hiring a Facebook and Google ad expert, because they will work wonders that you might not be able to do. So that, I think just that's important. And also, if you're a B2C owner and you're selling to customers to like buy your sustainable fashion clothing, let's say, you have a brand and you want to place an ad for like 10% off or whatever, you have to realize that a lot of people don't buy from seeing one ad. They may get interested and say, oh, wow, that's I've never heard of this company. Let me check it out. Oh, I share the same values. That's great. You're on their radar, but they're not going to buy something from you in most cases. Okay. They have to learn to trust you first. They have to build a relationship with you. And also, especially if you have clients, especially then, people will be more apt to buy a piece of clothing quickly from an ad than to hire somebody like me, right? A marketing expert to help them create their marketing strategy. They want to know me first. They want to get to know me first. So, it would be stupid for me kind of to place an ad and say, okay, my one-to-one marketing consultations, come and hire me right now. It's not going to work. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Once you have your strategy created, then you'll know who you're talking to. You'll know exactly who your audience is. You'll know what keywords they are using, so that you can use them in both Facebook and in Google, especially Google, right? So you have to know all this first, and you have to be confident that this is your person, and you already have to have an audience. That's my personal opinion. Because organic reach is tough. So people do think, okay, Facebook, okay, now we have to pay, right? Because they're not giving us organic reach. But it is a catch-22, and it kind of freaks people out, and they're like, okay, let me just quick boost this post and just see how it goes. But to me, that's like just wasting money. It may be, $10 here, $20 there. It's not a lot of money, right? But it adds up. Okay, so get your strategy done first. And if you have a strategy, optimize it. Make sure this needs to be done like regularly. It's a living, breathing document, just like your website. So you don't like create a strategy and just, put it off to the side and never look at it again. That seems to be more of a business plan. I don't know. I've seen so many people, I've done it myself. Yeah, write their business plan. And, I put in there, my marketing strategy, that's a separate document, right? But actually your marketing strategy is your business plan, and you need to update it every now and then because things change, ideas come, and then you have new creative thoughts that you want to bring into your strategy. So, and your customer base may change too. You may realize, hey, I'm not targeting the 40-year-old housewife. I'm targeting the millennials who are just getting out of college. You just may realize these things, and it could change your whole strategy. It is work. I know it's work, and that's the number one reason why people don't create a marketing strategy, because it takes time. But it's funny because I did do a survey, and that was the number one reason. I don't have a marketing strategy because it takes too much time. Do you see the conflict there? Because how do you know it takes too much time if you haven't done it, right? So, but if you don't do it, you're going to dabble, you're going to waste your time, and you're going to waste money, and it's going to be aggravating because you're not going to get the feedback, the engagement, the sales that you need. Okay. Strategy first. Okay. It's a mindset thing. Because it is easy just to post something on Facebook. It is easy just to boost that post. It's super easy to go on Twitter and do a tweet. But if everything's just so random, people are not going to understand you, and they're not going to want to build a relationship with you. Okay. So, let me just look over my notes to see if there's anything else I want to say about this. Yeah, no, basically, I think I mentioned everything. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. So strategy first, and put advertising in your strategy, because I do think that's very important. I think advertising is important, and every company, will benefit from advertising if it fits in their strategy and if, they know what they're doing. Okay. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Please just comment below, and I'll put a few links down below too, so that, to help you create your marketing strategy. I wrote a free ebook on how to create one, and I think that'll give you a good basis to start. And let's talk. Let's keep the conversation going. So have a wonderful day. Have an incredible rest of your week, and rock on.